DynamicCardStore.com to get the cards. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCardStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to another FIFA 21 starter squad concept build. Now today we are going into Ligue 1, the final of the big 5 leagues that we are yet to cover, and this is another budget squad, a team that I think is very achievable and also going to be very good at the start of FIFA 21. So if you do end up enjoying this video, please do leave a like, but without further ado, let's get straight into the team. So as we say with all of them, the goalkeepers, take with a pinch of salt because we have no idea how good these players are going to be until we try the keepers. But I've gone with Benitez in goal, 81 rated. I don't think will be massively expensive. The only thing that might slightly push this guy's price up is just the fact that he's Argentinian, so he does get a couple of links into other leagues. However, one way to look at it as well is he's not really going to get many strong links in the Ligue 1, so consider that as well when thinking about his price. But 83 reflexes, 80 positioning, 80 diving, 79 handling. I just thought they were all very good roundabout stats, and for me reflexes and diving are the main positions that I'm looking at personally when I'm looking at a goalkeeper. But at left back, a player had a very good team of the season card at the end of 20 and has a very good card I think for the start of FIFA 21. That is Kamara at left back. 88 pace, fantastic for a fullback, very happy with that. 76 dribbling, very nice indeed. Passing a little bit low, dribbling, defense and physicality, I think okay for a fullback. Realistically, I would just say a sentinel card on this. Boost that defense, boost that physicality. They're both then above 80, and you're looking at a beastly little left back card. He's already got the pace for me personally for a starter team anyway, and I think this card looks very, very good and very, very usable. And I'm sure it will be no surprise to know that there's going to be a lot of French players in this team, so gets a lot of strong links and gets 2 strong links either side of him when we finish this team off, as you'll see. But I think a very, very good left back, and I'm actually going to go over straight to the right back. I'm going to do a little skip very quickly and put the right back in before I do the centre backs. But this guy as well on the other side, I think these two look phenomenal for starting teams in the Serie A. I think these two right backs look really, really good. Both have fantastic dribbling, both have a decent pace. Obviously Kamara a little bit quicker than Traore, but I think 82 could be okay to start off with, like in the start of the game, because there aren't loads and loads of proper quick players that we've seen so far in that top 1,000 players that have been released at the time of me recording this. Obviously, at the time of this video going live, I'm fairly sure the web app actually comes out today. I think I said this in the last one, but I'm fairly sure either the web app or the 10-hour access starts today when this video goes live. So sorry for the confusion if there has been any. However, I think Traore looks like a decent little card. Good defense, good physicality as well for a fullback. Again, Sentinel does bits for him. Worst case scenario, if you can afford it, an anchor would also look really good as well on this card. But we'll get into the centre-back partnership, and this is going to be a perfect link between Diallo, however you want to say it, and Kimpembe. Now, Kimpembe is the player here that I think you need to have a little bit of pinch of salt with that price. I think he could be a little bit expensive, purely because he's, I think, the best like non-walkout centre-back in this league, in my opinion. If you look at the cards, I think he looks incredible. For an 81 rated centre back to have 84 physicality, amazing. 73 pace, very nice indeed. Good defense as well. And on the flip side, Diallo for me is just basically a budget version of this Kimpembe. Not quite as physical, but otherwise very, very similar in the fact that he's got very good pace. He's actually got better passing and dribbling than Kimpembe, so on the ball he's going to be a better choice at centre-back in regards to if you're having to build up from the back a little bit. But I think these two look really, really good. I don't think they'll break the bank too much. I think Kimpembe will definitely be the more expensive out of the two, but I think both will be very, very usable. And as a back two, this back four, honestly, I think are really, really good. This is a really good starting budget team, which is the whole point of these videos, a nice starting budget. Now we're going to go into our midfield 3. As you guys know, I like to have a box-to-box, a CDM and a cam. This here is my box-to-box. I think this guy looks very, very good. I think Sanson will be a very good card, and I think he'll be one of those players that you think, you look at and you go, he's got a really nice card and he's really cheap for the price. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen anyway. But good physicality, good dribbling, great passing, and just a good all-round card. All on 70s. Every single stat on the card is 70 plus, and that's really nice to see on a box-to-box player. And I think he'll just work really, really well. Obviously gets a lot of strong links. Obviously being French, gets plenty of links into the French league. So very easy to hybrid off into if you like parts of this team and not all of it. Very, very easy player to fit in there and connect to a lot of players. One of the players he does get a strong link to is Mole, is how I'm going to say that. This is the guy I'm looking to run at cam. Now, I know his card doesn't look massively desirable. maybe a tad low on pace and shooting as a combination. You maybe want one of those to be nearer 80 if I'm being honest with you. But I have to say, to have 80 dribbling and 79 passing on this card, looking at what the expected meta is going to be for 21, I think he'll suit perfectly into a starter team for sure. Obviously, he's the kind of player that maybe you would look to upgrade if a little inform comes out, or you have a few more coins to maybe pick up somebody a little bit higher in price and rating. But I think as a budget team, Mollet, or Mollet, I'm going to say Mollet, apologies if I've butchered it, looks really, really good. I think he'll definitely fit that meta. Great passing, great dribbling, and the striker we've got in this team as well is a out-and-out finisher. He is a finisher of the ball. So to have someone who's a little bit creative and is going to get those assists behind him, that's the main focus for me here from Mollet. Isn't necessarily to get the goals, but to get the front three in shooting opportunities, which I think with those stats he'll definitely do. And our outright CDM is one of the best looking, I think, base cards of this game. I think this guy is going to be one of the best non-rare cards you see this year. He was predicted to be a rare. I think he will get a non-rare. I don't know. He just looks incredible. I ain't gonna lie. 81 physicality and 81 dribbling is a really weird combination of stats. However, 79 pace, beautiful. 71 defense, maybe a tad low, but realistically, I think he makes up for it in all the other stats. And the physicality, I think, will make up for it too. If you're not overly happy with it, again, wax out like a backbone on it. Just ups the passing, ups the defense, ups the physicality, and just makes him an insanely good CDM. So I highly recommend Sanchez. I think he's going to be a phenomenal card. And if he's non-rare, he is going to be just that little bit cheaper just for not being a rare card. So I highly recommend him. I think he's going to be insane. And I genuinely think this is a very good midfield 3. I think on paper, you look at it on paper, it's maybe slightly underwhelming. But for a budget and for a start of the game, I think this team will be incredibly, incredibly usable. I genuinely think this is one of the best budget teams and will be very usable. That's just my opinion. I think it'll work out. Up next, we've got Bamba. Bamba is our left mid player, and I think Bamba, again, expected to get a non-rare card. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not, but an insanely good-looking card, in my opinion, for the card that he has got. 78 rating, very nice pace, decent shooting for a winger, very good dribbling, not too bad in the passing attribute as well. But genuinely, I think this guy is going to be a very usable card, and I expect to see him in a lot of Ligue 1 starter teams, or just a lot of starter teams. I think he is going to be picked up a lot. And obviously, Sanchez, you could flip and put over here, and you've got a nice little strong link here. And I can tell you as a hint, our striker is also going to get a good strong link to them too. So if you want to have a little trio there, and then branch off and other things from there, it's very doable. Obviously, Portuguese is a good league to branch off from. It gives you plenty of options as well. But the striker that we're actually going for is actually going to be Yilmaz. Now, I'm fairly sure there's some people sat there going, why on earth are you picking Yilmaz? 80 pace, 81 shooting, 77 physicality. That is why I'm picking Yilmaz. I think this guy is going to be a finisher. And this is what I was saying about having Mole behind him, having Bamba and the other winger either side as well. I think they are just going to feed this guy goals. If you can get this guy in front of the goal, I think he is going to score goals, which is why I picked him. I think he looks like a phenomenal player. Passing and dribbling a little bit lower. I'm also going to assume his skill moves aren't the best. I don't know what his weak foot is as well. I predict him to have maybe 3-star skill moves, which is a bit of a stinker. However, I think he's going to have an okay weak foot. And just that finishing, I think this guy's going to be a beast in front of goal, which is why I put him in there and why I recommend him. And to finish this team off, I've got Rafinha. I'm sure that's not much of a surprise for many people. 91 pace and 82 dribbling. Beautiful. 74 passing and 75 shooting for a winger. Fantastic. He's even got a decent physicality stat. I think he will, along with Kimpembe, probably be the most expensive player in this team. I think those two will be slightly more pricey, just mainly because of their rating. But also, I just think for the players in their position, I think they're going to be a budget option for bigger options, and therefore just be slightly inflated in price. So, you know, because they don't want to go and have to spend X amount of money on like a Di Maria or, you know, Marquinhos, they're going to pick up these players instead. And I think that will slightly drive their prices up. But because the rest of the team is on such a budget, I think it's very doable and feasible to get these players into a good starter team. But hopefully you guys like to look at this team. I think it'll be an incredible 4-2-3-1, or even run it as it is now. I think it'll work either way. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please do hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. It supports me, the video, and the channel out a whole bunch. So thank you very much if you choose to. And of course, if you hit that sub button, make sure you turn on notifications to be told anytime we upload a video, or indeed go live with a live stream when I'm back after this little holiday that I'm currently away on. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, Wash your hands.
Nah, his name
bit.
is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.